With us now for more is Gwendolyn Pang, Secretary General of the Philippine Red Cross. Good to have you with us, Dr. Pang. Welcome to the program.
Hi, good morning, Kathy, and good morning to all the to all your followers.
So, what's the latest in the 10 million US dollar appeal by the IFRC and the Red Crescent societies?
We have just launched it last Friday. So far, we have received already commitments from different partners, from various partners. So we have Singapore Red Cross who have already sent their contribution to us. We have, which is supported by the Singapore government. And then for the Spanish Red Cross, they have also conveyed their support and interest and interest not to fund the emergency appeal. Also, the Spanish agency, aid agency. And then we also have received confirmation from the American Red Cross, Finnish Red Cross, German Red Cross, Netherlands Red Cross. So far, we are very positive that we will be able to get some support from the appeal. From the 8 million appeal, 5 million will come from the will come from the multilateral support through the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. And then about 1.5 will come from domestic support, from the domestic appeal from partners who are here in the country. Another 1.5 million Swiss francs will come from other partners who are in bilateral agreement with the Philippine Red Cross. So
There's a lot of
as
help
of
indeed that's coming through, and a lot of those concerned. Talk to us about the pictures we're seeing now of the medical tents of Chair Dick Gordon there with DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon inside those medical tents. I believe that they have been in operation since this weekend.
Yes. So from the we receive a call from our President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., requesting support. I mean, requesting us to cooperate or partner with the government. So they called our Chairman Richard Gordon, to set up a tent city. That was also through the intervention of DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon. So there's a need actually to set up tent cities because we have seen people staying on the side of the roads, which actually make them vulnerable to different elements, say possible accidents, or maybe they can they can get sick easily because they're under, they can be exposed to heavy rains and or also extreme heat. Not good for children and elderly and pregnant women. So the order of the president, President Marcos, is actually to set up tent cities, which the Red Cross has extensive
The
experience
tents
in.
that we're seeing now in the pictures, are those the medical tents or are those for the temporary shelters that have been set up for the people displaced?
These are tent cities. So these are family tents. So we have we will set up three for now and possible four. The one
We're
that
seeing
you're
the
seeing
medical tents right
is in
now as you're
Bogo.
seeing some
So
pictures there come through for the
yeah,
first time.
this one is the medical tent that we place in the hospital, in the Bogo District Hospital. However, we also have a medical tent that will be in the tent city. It will not just be family tents, it will have a complete facilities for the to support the families that will be transferred to the tent cities, such as medical tents. We have child-friendly spaces. We have alternative learning that will be supported by DepEd. We will have also food and water station that will be jointly done between the Philippine Red Cross and the SWD. We will also have toilet, shower, kitchen, and water station facilities. So it will be a complete facility that that people there who will be staying there will be able to use. No, in the meantime, while they're in the tent cities.
How is capacity looking though, Doc Gwen, given that there could be more of the displaced needing some shelter and also help for the injured?
So our chairman has committed to support about 2,500 families. The challenge is actually to secure land. Although we have already identified locations or sites for the 10 cities. With the help of DPWH, they are developing, no, or improving the land at the moment so that we can actually use them as 10 cities. One in Bogo, we have in San Remigio, and also one in Medellin. Possible also to follow the Anbantayan.
And how fast are you going to roll out these medical and shelters?
We have already erected 60 in Bogo. We have 15 portalets and also 15 shower facilities, no, that is all undergoing construction. So we are in coordination with the city mayor and vice mayor of Bogo to already bring the families to the 10 city. Yesterday, we already have 18 families residing there. So we're expecting more to be transferred there today. It will also have an ambulance standby. So it will be a facility where people can live comfortably.
And it's not only food and shelter, but also psychosocial help. So how is your
Yes.
staffing looking? Because you're going to be rolling out more tents and medical tents for that matter.
So we have a pool of volunteers that are trained on different sectors. Health, we have psychosocial support, we have first aid, we have water and sanitation, hygiene. We also have what's this? Aside from medical team, we do have people who are trained, in taking care of children, in giving activities for children, child-friendly spaces. So we have trained volunteers. We will continue to recruit and train more so that we will have a full rotation, of volunteers and be able to sustain them. But as of now, we're good.
And how's the coordination coming along with the local government units? You cited different parts of northern Cebu there, as well as the humanitarian agencies here and overseas.
So last Saturday, we had an interagency meeting chaired by Secretary Vince Dizon, which we attended, and together with all other government agencies. And daily, we have interagency meeting also locally on the ground for city of Bogo, for San Remigio, and Medellin. So it's going well. Although there are a lot of challenges such as weather issue. For instance, if rain is heavy, then we have to stop the land development for a while, and then we continue when the rain will stop. So there are actually a lot of challenges as well, but we're doing all our best and working closely with all the government agencies to be able to provide the much needed support for the people affected by this earthquake with
Given
food and other needs.
Yeah, the challenges that you face, how does the magnitude of what you're seeing compare with the work that Red Cross had done in Bohol, for instance, when the quake struck there in 2013, or maybe even compare that to Super Typhoon Haiyan?
Well, the disaster brought about by typhoons are actually very different from earthquake. With typhoon, landslide, people will actually stay in evacuation center because there's no aftershock and there's actually no trauma about falling objects yeah. So now with the or structures that are that can possibly hit them. So now with the earthquake, that's the problem. I mean, you cannot really see people in the evacuation center. There's no evacuation center actually. There are open spaces where people actually would stay under tarpaulins or plastic sheetings or tents. So it's very different. I mean, it's just, people are scattered, so making coordination a bit difficult. However, in evacuation centers, where evacuation centers are present, it is easier because the families are there already. You can easily talk to them, coordinate with them, give announcement, and give the services required. But here, you have to go around and look for them. And bring them to safer ground. So that is the one of the main challenges, and disruption of services. Sometimes, actually, it depends on the situation. But this one is since the earthquake is very strong, so disruption of services is actually more severe than compared to other typhoons. But
Right.
of
No,
course,
no doubt.
Yolanda is
Yeah,
super big. It's phenomenal. It's
Dr.
different.
Pang, there's clearly an increase in both the frequency, the intensity of the climate-related disasters, including more storms and floods and heat waves. In fact, from your perspective, how do you think this is reshaping the disaster preparedness and maybe even policy priorities, especially in countries
Yeah.
like ours?
So we have to make the people part of the solution. We cannot just continue solving the problem for the communities. We have to actually engage the people and get them to be part of the preparedness because we cannot be there first for them. They have to be first for themselves on the ground at the height of an emergency. Like what to do in case of earthquake, they have to do that duck cover and hold so they can actually prevent, being hit by falling objects, and then where to go, what to do, because initially, they are the ones who should help themselves first. And to do that is to make them part of the preparedness, to really educate them, get them involved in the process. And then in terms of the government organizations such as the Red Cross, other civil societies who are actually working on disaster preparedness and response, we have to actually work together. We have to coordinate better because this is a win-win for everybody if we work together. If we will not work together, it's a win-lose
Indeed.
situation or disposition.
And it
So
all
this
starts
is
with
very, yeah.
awareness and just getting everybody to believe that they can save a life and even their own with all the measures taken. Dr. Gwen, thank you so much. And I
Thank
do
you so
appreciate
much,
the
Karen.
updates. Keep us up to speed with Red Cross's efforts there. Dr. Gwen Pang of the Philippine Red Cross.